Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's on...
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't
Bradley?
Who else would?
Mr. Pierce, are you... Tell us.
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. One of the entryways was onto Charles.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe. Could they be the focus?
Am I hearing this?
So you think me gullible?
No, not...
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flat...
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller. My legs. I woke up at the instant.
And how you scared us.
You likely...
What happened after?
When I woke up the second after you released me, hallucinogenic...
Impossible.
You should believe it. Did you discover...
What I'm sure of now.
And what brings you to...
The fact that Charles
I don't understand.
That's what he would...
I have a hard time.
You were there.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake it?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand.
The night we were...
no memory.
Then what?
And
then?
I went to visit you.
And you don't remember?
I don't.
I found a dark war...
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back.
The man's a danger.
What can we do, Pierce?
I found a...
It makes sense. A powerful family like...
But everyone knows the Fullers have been and all were...
Perhaps, but no one...
From what I read in the...
Francis Sanders...
Given the energy he...
His father's, to be... He founded the hospital and...
2 families.
Most island families...
Powerful family.
Yes. And
He wouldn't be happy if he...
I know the risks. Do you wish to know any...
Dr. Fuller, not to mention those...
Yes. I've been
What I saw was more...
Do you even hear what you're saying?
It's the truth, Ethan. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I met a...
Of course.
He...
What?
I'm not sure I can explain.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders...
I didn't see what.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins.
Sarah Hawkins? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved?
Francis Sanders...
You know, Francis Sanders... I guess you can...
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
I don't agree.
But that truth may be by...
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps...
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly, but the main thing is that the brave detective has a talent.
I bump into her.
It's a small island detective.
You're investigating for...
I spoke to Francis before.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity?
Yesterday.
Oh. You, on the other... How was he?
He started... That was when... I'm not rude, but it's best that...
I should have been there. I need to Did you not do...
It's terrible. I was injured.
Injured? Not everybody injured.
I suppose...
Luck is... Oh, I'm...
How did you come to meet?
We were the wealthiest, and when Charles returned, he bought many of her works.
I deduce that you're...
Well, you can't imagine. It's exhibited at the center.
Hold on. The sham...
Who else?
It is my only lead at this...
Then you have paid no... For my part, I refuse to set...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. Did she really care for him, after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph. Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it? Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends? Sanders accepted. What did Sarah Hawkins? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent? Was she jealous of Sarah? She first refused to sell. The Shambler. I need to see it.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
Cursed gallery. Those accursed paintings, that accursed Sarah.
A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins, another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a
I've got a lot of bad habits.
What if...
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
As I already told you, next time, I'll strike first. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
I must have seen it in the ledgers, yes. Sanders has a whole collection of ancient weapons.
I'll take a look. Will you come with me?
I haven't finished with these ledgers.
As you wish.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different.
Don't tell me that you're going crazy, too.
You didn't see anything.
I saw...
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so, too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
Between what Irene told me and what I read in Sanders' library, I preferred to be cautious. You seem pretty keen to go it alone. At worst, you would have confirmed my fears. At best, you would have cleared the way to my merchandise. Thank you, Detective. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary. The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. What does this strange book? This book contains unholy knowledge. What happened here? A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it. Let's start over. Where did they blood? Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of everything is linked to this. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe. Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. Another volume by Arkham Editions. Things are not looking good.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark, dear friend. I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.